is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Shashina Roll, as always. It is so great to have you with us. Topping news, the National Training Agency has completed another phase of training on Grand Bahama. The 4-week program allows students to get on-the-job training at a number of businesses. Those who participated received certificates during a ceremony at the C.A. Smith Building. Italia Hall reports.
Another group of students completing the training, which seeks to prepare young people for the workforce. The executive director of the National Training Agency, Agatha Marcel, was on hand for the graduation. She says the organization is producing talented Bahamians.
You hear what I tell you? But what you reap from it will be rooted in your attitude to it. Adversity is supposed to do one thing. When we were growing up, my mother used to sing a song, and she still sings it. Draw me nearer, nearer, blessed Lord. This is supposed to soften you.
Marcel offered this bit of advice to the graduates.
You kind of have to be a little more humble and grateful. And God will reward the gratitude. You can't always be rowing and you know, and this company is coming and we are not getting paid the amount of money we want to be paid and this and that.
Veteran educator Cecil Thompson commended Donald Glass for his contribution to the organization.
I told the board when the name Donald Glass is mentioned in Grand Bahama and the Bahamas, it speaks to, right, integrity, honesty, accomplishments. And the thing I like about him most, he has a passion for young people.
The participants of the program then received their certificates. A total of 85 students graduated from the program. Reporting for ZNS Network News, I'm Italia Hall.
A nonprofit agency that provides humanitarian relief to those in need year-round is now experiencing a crisis of its own. The Grand Bahama Red Cross branch was badly damaged in the recent storm, and operators are currently at a crossroad as to what to do next. Sabrina Brown has the details.
The administration and staff at the Grand Bahama Center of the Bahamas Red Cross Society have been operating in less than favorable conditions since the passing of Hurricane Matthew. Director General Caroline Turnquest traveled to Grand Bahama to conduct an assessment of the premises.
We are currently trying our best to operate from that building. The whole building has been compromised, and it's uncomfortable not only for the staff and unsafe. And so moving forward, we have to see what we can do, whether we can get funds, because it's overwhelming for us. It's beyond our capacity to actually handle.
Turnquest outlines the extent of the damage and the cost to complete repairs.
For the roof itself, it's going to run around $200,000. That does not encompass the fact that the actual building has received minor cracks throughout the building. The mold is now starting to set in. The tarp is still on the roof. And so we're trying to decide as an organization, what do we do with Grand Bahama? Because we know that we have to serve the people of Grand Bahama. We're mandated to do that.
She says the Red Cross has received some financial assistance. However, those funds were earmarked for disaster relief.
Those donations were earmarked to purchase items that persons needed. For instance, the portable stoves, the beddings, the food parcels, etc. We are in a unique position in that funds that come in for a disaster are not for the use of the Red Cross. It's like our operation expenses. That forms a part of our operational expenses. But it's totally overwhelming to us. And so any donations coming in, unless they're earmarked for us to help us with our building, we're unable to use those funds.
According to the Director General, building repairs at the Red Cross falls under operational expenses, which she says they manage through fundraisers.
Like, for instance, we have our upcoming ball in Nassau, our annual fair. And here we're looking at what type of initiative can we as an organization here on Grand Bahama, what can we get when we consider too that the economy is down here? Things are not as vibrant as Nassau. People here are hurting and they need help too. So how do you balance that in putting on something that maybe everyone could give $1 or $2?
Turnquest is appealing to the corporate community to assist them in their efforts to return to normalcy. Sabrina Brown, Saturday Network News.
In other news, the U.S. Coast Guard handing over 3 Haitian males to local authorities after they were intercepted in Bahamian waters in what appeared to be a human smuggling operation. The 3 were among a group of 9 persons on board a Go Fast boat that reportedly left Cat Cay on December 1st. Now, according to the migrants, 3 Bahamians were on board the vessel when they ran out of fuel about 5 minutes out of Florida. U.S. Coast Guard officials kept the 3 Bahamians and the remaining 3 Haitian migrants and the vessel for further investigation. Now, the 3 migrants who were brought to Grand Bahama claimed that two of them arrived in the Bahamas illegally by boat about a year ago. The 3rd migrant, who was in his teens, said he entered the Bahamas with his parents at the age of 5 and went to public school in New Providence. They further claimed that they paid the alleged Bahamian smugglers around $3,000 for the trip. The 3 Haitian migrants are currently housed at the detention center awaiting repatriation. A man was reportedly shot at the Lagnara business establishment on East Sunrise Highway around midnight. He was taken to the Rand Memorial Hospital via EMS personnel, where he is listed in stable condition. Now, police are searching for the suspect responsible for the shooting. If you can assist, you should contact 350-3107 through 12, 911-919, or call your nearest police station. Meantime, police are continuing investigations into that deadly car crash in West End yesterday. 31-year-old Ryan Pinder, alias Bucket of Dolphin Street, and 22-year-old Khadijah Bain of Pioneers Loop were killed when their vehicle, a green Ford Taurus vehicle, crashed into a utility pole. 3 other passengers were injured in that accident. They remain in serious condition. Police have not yet determined what led to the fatal crash, but they are appealing to residents to wear their seatbelts and to drive within the speed limit. Stay with us. There's more news right after this.